All right. Hopefully we are live. Let's do mic check. I mean, we have to wait for the mic check. As we're waiting for the mic check, there we go. Good. We're good. So let's go to Discord. Discord. Let's go to Discord. All right. So Discord. What do we got? Who do we got? Anybody here? No. Anybody here? This looks like a dead server. Next. Anybody here? So this is like Black Diamonds. I don't know if we have anything to do here. Okay. Oh, somebody joined us. Oh, J Rock.
Okay,
Hello.
since I missed the opening, I gotta do it now. Already?
Yep.
Bam! We is live. We is live. I'm your co-host. I am your co-host, J Rock, and today's I can't see what Discord server are we on?
I mean, well, I'm still searching. I'm going through the servers. Yeah, I just found on the level. I think this is yeah. We debated this guy Bev. Try thinking.
Okay. I'm your co-host, J Rock, and right now we are on the Discord server of on this level, and as always, we don't know what the conversation's gonna go like or what the topic's gonna be like. But yeah, for now, I shall pass on the mic back to your main host. Take it away, Mr. Slave.
Thank you, J Rock. All right, let's go into Agents of Logos. Oh,
I don't know. Just
wait
for
a
me,
minute. It's not letting
I
me
am a
talk.
simple guy, And I was one of these guys that would put one of these quizzes on and just
Let's
go,
see if they
not the
see me
ones
and
that the
give me
TV, the
permissions.
shitty, like can you
Why?
name someone out of a pop band?
Why is my
I mean,
mic
like anything
off?
that becomes
Microphone
serious
access
retention
denied.
of
Search for
memory and
enabling
shit like
access
that.
to my
From
microphone can be
and
found.
these people can
Oh,
just
it's
talk
my
on
technical
subjects for
problem. Hold
hours.
on, let me
And
get out of here. So for some reason, it's not
it was a
attaching the
harder.
mic.
And I used to think,
Okay.
fucking hell, just
I guess I have to refresh this page. Let me try to refresh. Let's try it again. No.
yeah.
If I could
How you?
remember,
Uh, so it's not recognizing my mic for some reason. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this guy? This page is block accessing your microphone. Gotcha. So continue blocking. Always allow. Done. All right. Maybe now.
Briggs, I can read a
Uh,
plan.
hi.
Sorry, Essie, go on, mate. I think someone's coming.
oh, it's Mr. Slaves.
Yeah. Hi.
How are you?
Terrific. I'm here for an hour. Does anybody want to debate something? I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
Well, it's up to you. What do you want to do? You want to, as someone in particular, you want to?
No, I mean, I have my list of topics that you can choose from or offer your own. I'm streaming live on YouTube, as you know. So,
Or weren't you in the middle of something with Bev yesterday? Would you like to finish that off?
we can continue, sure, if Bev wants to.
The logic thing. Are you sure?
Yes, yes. So I gave it some thought. So here is my next deep thought. So, um, the law of identity actually depends on something before, right? So when you say a thing is itself, you first have a thing. So this sounds ridiculous, but if you were a brain in a vat, then you would not know what a thing is, right? Because let's say you have no access to any external experience except for your thoughts. Why would you ever think that there is such a thing as a thing, like a cat or a screwdriver or a light switch or light or dark? You wouldn't fathom these ideas. You wouldn't have basically any ideas. you probably
It's
wouldn't.
not an idea, it's a thing to start off with. The point is, you have to have the thing, and you have to have an ability to identify the thing.
Wait,
Now, the identity of that thing is written within the law of identity.
1 second. So I'm trying to build logic from the ground up. I don't want to assume logic.
First principles, that's what this is.
Exactly. So I want to start
Mm.
from absolute first principles. I don't want to assume any principles. So I have to assume
Okay.
that I'm a brain in a vat. And and let's start from
You
that.
don't want to start with any assumptions, but you
Exa-
have to assume that you're a brain in a vat.
That's the minimum. The minimum I can assume is that I'm a brain in a vat. That's the minimum. Or I can think about a simulation where a person is actually just a brain in a vat. So he has no memories of anything. He doesn't even have a conception of time. He doesn't breathe, so he doesn't know that anything transpires. So it's a static universe of nothing for him. He can't really.
Okay, so there's no things then.
Exactly. And he can't even.
That's your. Is that what you're going with, though?
I'm
Right?
s-
Because I definitely see things that
right. But
in the reality that I'm in now.
yes, exactly. It's
Then
reality. Oh,
things are
exactly.
real.
It's reality. That it's experience. This is not logic. You're jumping to the universe of science. Science is about experience. Logic shouldn't deal with experience because your experience is a bias. You want to ignore your experience. When you deal with logic, you want to deal with ideals, with pure forms. You don't want your experience to
Just
bias.
with communication, really.
Wait, what?
That's all I'm interested in.
Wait. What did you say? It's miscommunication? What?
No, it's for communication.
Um,
Because logic, you can deal with your own mind, right? And you can obviously go to wherever you want to go to in your mind. You want to put your mind in a vat and imagine somebody else is that mind in a vat so you can enter into a debate. That's good. But what I'm necessarily talking about in reality is the things of reality that
right.
we can actually
But that
agree on.
but that's reality. That's science. That's not logic. That's science.
No,
Science.
reality is logic as well, right?
No.
You can't understand logic without reality. It doesn't exist separately.
Then you have to, if that's true, if that is going to be our conclusion, then we have to conclude that logic cannot exist. And all we can offer is
What?
yes. That's what you're saying.
That's not a valid
If
conclusion. Sorry.
if if
If what?
if what you said is true, that logic.
That we have to relate everything in reality
Yes.
to logic, then you
Yes.
say that
If
logic
then logic depends on
logic
reality.
has to exist.
If then
Yes.
But
Yes,
no,
absolutely.
wait, no, but it depends on reality. Change reality, and you have to rebuild your logic. So your
How do
logic.
you change
What
reality?
do you mean? You don't know what reality is. All you have is your biased experience. You have what I would call a contaminated perception. You don't know what reality is. You might be on drugs. You might have just appeared out of thin air with all your memories implanted. You might be a simulation and an NPC. You have no idea what reality is. We have no idea what reality is. We can never know. It's an unknowable. So you're assuming this reality. And based on this reality, you're building logic, which is fine. But that's not truth. The truth is unknown and undefined, or at least unknown. Not even unknown, it's unknowable. The truth is unknowable. You can never know it, ever.
Hmm.
Now, logic.
Now, how many debates do you normally end up getting?
What do you mean? Why are you switching topic and ad hominem? I mean, why am I suddenly the topic of discussion?
No, I was just wondering.
No,
Like, because what
no,
you've just said is that
no,
you've decided that there is no truth.
no. I did not. I never said that. No,
Yes, you
I
did.
didn't decide. I'm
You
discussing.
just said that truth is unknowable.
It's not a decision. It's a conclusion of my analysis, of my proto analysis. You're welcome to
Of
contribute.
there is no reality to base
No,
logic on.
no, no.
That's what you said.
No,
You did this yesterday. You just
no,
kept saying no.
because you're misstating.
Sounds like a naysayer.
No, stop. You're misstating my conclusion or my positions.
Let me ask you a question, if I may.
Yeah.
Do you know right now that you're having a conversation with Bev?
Yeah.
So you do. So there is some things that you can know.
Yeah, but this is just experience. Yeah,
but by your own admission,
yes.
we can know certain things, right?
But this is not objective reality. I mean,
It is.
It's not real. Sure, it's real. I'm talking to you right now.
maybe
Is that objective reality?
I don't know what objective reality is, right? I might be a simulation in a computer, right?
That's a ridiculous
Wait, what?
way of trying to get arguments. That's what I'm saying.
What?
How many debates do you normally get?
Wait, why do you keep
How long have you been at this?
ad hominem? Stop.
How long have you been at this?
Stop the ad hominem.
It's a
Concentrate.
question.
No, it's
It's a question.
no ad hominem.
You just came into this server, right? You've claimed to have a debate. I'm asking you, how long have you been at
I
this?
would rather not discuss me.
This is the second one, then, right? You're very new to this. It does sound like you are very new to this.
I'm not going to discuss myself or change the topic.
It's a valid
These are your
question.
rules.
What do you mean it's a valid
mate.
question?
These are
Because you
your
can't just say
rules.
no in a debate, bro. You can't just say no, nah. You gotta explain yourself.
Wait, I'm explaining. It's like a change of topic. I don't want to discuss myself. I'm the lawyer representing an opinion. Why would suddenly the court want to hear about the history of the lawyer? That's not any business of the
'Cause you
court.
sound like a shit lawyer.
All right, that's not any. So the
You-
judgment will be against.
excuse me.
Yes.
Did you just say that this isn't reality? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I'm saying that we don't know what objective reality is, what actual reality is, right? We might be in a simulation. This is
We're not. This is not a simulation.
know?
We're actually talking to each other now. Because I know.
No, you might be an NPC. I don't know that you're not an NPC, right?
Okay.
Right, I don't know.
That's why I'm saying, what sort of?
Yeah.
How many of these debates have you ever had?
Why? Okay, I'm just going to
Because
have
you
to
just
assume.
seem to go to you don't know.
Okay, do you want to?
When you get stuck within a topic of conversation about reality and linking logic to reality, you say we don't know what reality is. Well, we do.
What's your? Okay, what? So you think you know that you're not being simulated in a computer?
We can know
How can you know that?
reality through our understanding of logic.
Wait, how do you
and
know?
our ability to reason the things that we see in reality?
No,
We can then communicate them to others to have a shared experience of reality. We can then know that we are not brains in vats.
How do you know? How do you know that you're not a computer simulation? How do you know?
Because these people in this room would have to be a shared simulation of all of us.
No, only you.
Because we are all acting independently.
You don't know that. They might be.
Like
no.
Are you made up from my figment of my imagination? Am I making you up?
Maybe.
Are you making me up?
Maybe we don't know. It's all everything is possible.
Come on.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This is.
It could be a shared reality,
Could be.
right? Of us both being in vats, but having the shared experience, and each of us thinking that the other person is a figment of our own imagination.
Could be.
Yeah, that sounds like crazy land.
Why? It's a possibility.
That's why I'm asking you, how many times have you ever done this?
This is the first time.
Sounds like you should be at a mental home rather than debating.
All right. So you don't want to continue down this path? This is a very interesting path. And I finally.
I'm going to hand it over to somebody else. Let somebody else have a go. 'Cause
Anyone wants to
literally-
continue? So,
Go
sounds
on.
like-
Go ahead. Let's see where this leads.
sure, yeah. I don't know where it leads.
So you're a brain in a vat.
Are you
Okay.
sure? Are you sure, Essie?
No.
Well,
Wait, who am I?
not really, but I'm curious to see where his exploded mind is going to lead us to. Aren't you curious?
I mean,
Have you seen his? Is it your manifesto? Is that what you would
wait.
call
Can
it?
I'd rather.
Can you put it in the chat again for us, and then SE can actually see your manifesto, because he might have a few more questions for you.
Oh, I did have a question about. Yeah, now that you mentioned it, we checked out your thing yesterday. Let me ask you,
Sure.
what's your take on eating humans?
I'm amoral, so I don't have a position.
That really took me for a loop yesterday. I go, really? Like that's something that he actually contemplated? I found that a little unnerving, just to say the least.
I never said that I contemplated it.
You said you ate, didn't you?
No, I said I don't have a position because I'm amoral, so I don't have a position either way.
So you don't see the immorality of eating another human being?
Well, I don't see the.
Like, under what conditions are you talking about? Because I do recall some conditions where this has happened in humanity. Under what conditions can you envision such a scenario?
I mean, obviously, okay, so you want to switch topic to amorality? No problem. So,
No.
no,
I
you
don't
want to
think
switch
that was,
topic?
yeah.
No,
No, that wasn't my question. My question was very, to the point. First of all, let's clear it up. Have you eaten humans before? Like you stated in your thing.
That's literally ad hominem.
What?
You wrote it, bro.
That's ad hominem. You cannot.
That's literally a question. He asked you literally a question.
Can you see the live chat in here in Discord? Do you know how Discord works?
Yeah, I see the live chat.
Okay, can you just confirm that that's your manifesto? Argument number 3. Is it an argument?
Wait, what do you?
Is that what you call it?
What do you mean in the live chat? You mean in
the one that's called live chat? Not the chat for the VC. The one that's called live chat.
Yeah, I see. Okay. One second. Let me scroll all the way down. 1 second. Scrolling. Okay, so I don't distinguish between humans and animals.
Me.
I eat them both. Yeah.
Can you just explain what that means? Because that when it says me, I presume that's you.
Yeah.
Right, and this is your manifesto on the thing that you.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's what Essie. Is that what you were talking about, Essie?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not literal.
So you did not taste the flesh of humans before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right.
But that is
So people are aware that they're debating a liar. Are they aware that they're debating a liar before y'all start debating? Not an ad hominem, by the way. Just a question.
Okay, so I mean, I can modify the text if you want. So
what from your lie that you wrote in there in the first place? That sounds good. Perhaps the reality that we've conjured for ourselves from the brains in vats has all made us to believe that you've lied.
Okay. I mean,
or maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he said the truth and now he doesn't want to say it.
Oh my God.
Did it taste like chicken?
All right. I mean, what do you guys want to do?
Well, you do say amoral. Does that mean you're willing to lie?
It's not amoral. That Ugh.
Is lying amoral?
is it,
How can you take an amoral position? I don't get that. Like, let's say you're walking down the street, right?
yeah,
And you see a little old lady fall and trip, right?
yeah.
Morality would dictate you go there and pick her up, right? It's a good thing to do, a right thing to do. Can you just walk by that old lady and go amoral and just don't take an, just leave her lying there? See what I'm saying? What would you say to
I
that?
would say that I'm also an. Oh. Oh.
You'd say what?
Might be his owner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another thing, bro. You're owned by somebody, your property?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I basically every time I make a noise, I'm getting zapped.
Well, you got one of those collars, those electric collars on your neck?
Yeah. So I basically cannot talk.
So how
Wow,
does that work?
that
Like,
makes it difficult with debating.
Yeah. You know, maybe I'll go to the other room 1 second. Because I'm making too much noise. I'm not.
Fucking kidding.
does your master give you like tasks during the day, or are you free to do stuff on your own, or how does that work when you're owned? I don't get it.
Did he write your manifesto?
It's not a he, it's a she.
Oh, right.
Anyway, maybe now I can be zapped less.
How do you know?
How do I know that it's a she? Is that the question?
I'm sorry. I just disregard what I said. I regret asking.
No problem.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's get back to our topic. So, you want to discuss amorality and egoism, or do you want to discuss logic, the foundations of logic?
Well, sort of all of them together. Can we establish whether lying is amoral as a start? And then we can base our logical understanding upon
Sure.
the answer that we get.
Sure.
from the person
My
that
position
authoritates
as
it.
amoral means that I view all creatures in the universe as amoral. I'm not saying that I am amoral. I'm saying you are amoral. That's what it means that I'm amoral.
Oh, rules for thee, but not for me.
No, everyone.
type
I'm
thing.
amoral. I'm saying there is no morality. When you ask
Okay,
me,
now is lying an amoral act?
within amorality, there is no moral, so everything is okay, as they say. Everything.
So lying
It's not. No, no. Let me rephrase. Everything is.
is lying okay
No,
within an
it's
amoral?
undefined in terms of okay or not okay. There's no good and bad. It's just undefined. I don't have a position on any act you would consider amoral or moral. I don't have a position.
Oh, so there's no difference between truth and lies then, right? Since you said earlier, truth cannot be achieved and a lie is an amoral act. Everything is amoral. So
No.
basically, you're asking people to debate with a known liar, admitted known liar.
No. I value the search for truth, not because just because I'm curious. Nothing to do with morality. I mean, there's nothing for me to gain, right? Morality, you could say that has to do with gain, right? I mean, a person, right? I don't view truth as a gain. There's nothing for me to gain from lying or not lying in this discussion. You could say I want to win this debate. Um,
Not a debate, mate. You can't debate with somebody who's an admitted liar. You can't debate somebody that wants to debate logic.
well, if
It's fucking ridiculous.
why can't you debate a liar? What's the problem debating a liar, right? I mean, if you find me lying, then you catch me lying, then you win, right? I mean, I guess if
Well, we've caught you lying
you caught me lying
in your own manifesto.
because
Yeah.
I say I eat them both, well, I'll retract it. What I meant is I would eat them both. I don't distinguish. Not just me. You would eat them both. Mike, I need to rephrase it. I need to make it clearer.
Obviously, because it looks like a blatant lie.
Well, so hopefully now it's clear. You can ask me further questions, but I don't. In general, I don't lie. I don't have an interest to lie. Lying takes more energy than telling the truth. Right? The truth is simple. Lying, you have to make it up. I'm lazy. Because I'm lazy, I don't lie. Any further questions?
Not from me.
So can we go back to the foundations of logic?
You ain't got a clue.
Well,
You kidding?
I don't know who does anybody want to debate me? I need to know who is debating me.
Crikey. Don't even know
Dude,
that is either.
how can you debate somebody who says 1 + 1 = 2 is not a true statement? How the fuck could anybody possibly debate somebody like that? That's obviously fucking stupid.
I don't know.
You're a proven liar. You admit to being amoral, and lying is an amoral act. You admit to it.
No, you might mean immoral. I'm amoral. I just don't have a position. But I told you that I'm lazy, so that's why I don't lie. Why would I lie? Right? Lying, you need an interest. You need an incentive to lie, right? Otherwise, you're just wrong, right? Lying is being knowingly wrong, but also with a gain.
Can you know wrong if you have no truth?
But that's different. But you're claiming that I'm a liar, so you have to prove that I have gain from telling a falsehood. What is the evidence you have to prove that I'm gaining from telling a falsehood? Where's the gain? You have to prove that I have gain. Otherwise, you have to retract your claim that I'm a liar.
No, we've proved that you are a liar because of your own statements.
That's stating falsehood.
Within your own manifesto.
What's my interest?
Right?
What's my interest?
You're now bringing gain into
what
it.
Did I
There's
gain?
no gain needed.
Yes, there is.
Lie.
Then it's not lying.
Now, you've been caught in a lie. You are obviously.
Where's the gain?
A liar.
Why would I lie? You need to show motive.
I don't need to show any gain to know that you are.
It's a definition.
liar.
You need motive for a crime. Without motive, there is no crime. It's like I accidentally killed someone versus I had a motive, and then it no longer looks like an accident, right? If you have, right?
Speaking of murder,
yes.
Let me interrupt you. The act of murder, in your opinion, is that an amoral?
I am amoral. That means I don't have morality. I believe no one, meaning there is no morality in the universe, as far as I know. So murder is undefined vis-a-vis morality. I don't have a stand. No one has a stand on murder. Anyone who claims they have a stand on murder is lying.
Just on that fact alone, I would say you're unstable. You're illogical. There's definitely a problem in your line of thought.
What do you mean? This is,
and I'm not ad homing.
But this is standard moral nihilism. I'm not the first one. I didn't invent moral nihilism. I don't believe in objective.
Moral nihilism? That's ridiculous. Just the sound of that is ridiculous.
But I'm not. I didn't invent the term moral nihilism. I
But you support it.
Yes. I go further because moral nihilists usually just say there is no objective morality, but they still accept subjective morality. I claim there isn't even subjective morality. There is no morality. I am amoral. I believe no morals exist as far as we know, as far as we can know. Like the rest of objective reality, we have no access to it. So objective reality is unknowable, and therefore objective morality is unknowable, it's unreachable, but also subjective morality I can prove mathematically cannot exist.
Okay, another question. You're a slave, right?
Yes.
I admit it, but you're an with your own consent, right?
Some of the time it's my consent, some of the time not so much. But
Okay.
overall, yes, it's in.
About the slavery that happened, in the years past,
Hmm.
was that moral? Was it moral for men to go and round up other men and
I
sell
don't.
them?
First of all, slavery never ended. It was reduced, you could say. Children are basically slaves. They have to do what they're told, and prisoners are slaves. They work.
You know what I mean? Don't whitewash
No,
it. You know what I mean?
I'm just letting you know. Slavery never ended. No one ended slavery. Just reduced. That's a fact. I'm not whitewashing. So anyway, so are you ask?
But you didn't answer.
Excuse me.
You didn't answer my question. Is slavery amoral?
Everything is the universe is amoral. The universe lacks morality. There's no morality.
I didn't ask the universe. I asked you, a
I am
human
part.
being in the universe.
Exactly. So as part and parcel of this universe, I don't have anything that the universe doesn't have. The universe has no morality, therefore I have no morality. You have no morality. There is no morality. Maybe there.
Oh, don't speak for me. Sir.
That's what it means. Right. So if you claim you have morality, then I claim you're lying.
Postulate 4.
Excuse me?
Postulate 4. Imaginometry.
What?
A solitary individual can envisage their imaginings as being the imaginings of the whole. Therefore, an individual's imaginings can be imagined as the consensus. Therefore, you can just hand off your morality to everyone else.
I have no idea what you're saying.
No.
What he's saying is, we know people that have ideas such as yourself, so much so that we wrote it down on paper. In other words, in your mind, something is so you're able to project that to me and think that I think like that, or everybody thinks like that.
It's not. It's,
Get it? We wrote it
it's not
down.
just me. This is if you're familiar with a branch of economics called public choice theory. So in public choice theory, they take the fundamental theorem of economics, which is the rationality assumption, which is the assumption that all creatures are, or at least all humans, all actors are self-interested. So in public choice theory, they take it one step further and they say all actors, including animals, amoebas, all actors in the universe are rational, meaning seeking self-interest. So I don't know where I was going with that. Wait.
It's about the only rational thing you've said so far. But go
No,
on.
I ask your question again. I don't remember why I introduced the rationality assumption. Anyway, it's not.
What was
Yeah,
my
it's
question?
not my idea. This is public choice theory. So in public choice theory, which is so you can go to any university. They teach courses and they have a sub department of public choice theory where they run on this assumption that there is no morality, that morality is just a function, it's just a byproduct of the rationality, of the rationality assumption. If you assume rationality, then people look like they behave morally, but it's fake. If you assume rationality, then you know that people will virtue signal because they they have a motive to lie and pretend that they're moral because then their fellow humans look up to them. But it's just virtue signaling. That's a derivative of the assumption of the rationality assumption.
Look, I will agree with you to a certain extent where you say everybody has a self-interest. Yes. But to tie that into amorality, that's just a bridge too far
I
for me.
just
I don't understand how you rationalize this.
morality is unscientific because you can explain the universe, you can explain all of man's behavior using the rationality assumption. So morality becomes an extraneous assumption. Morality becomes an extraneous mechanism that has no explanatory power because we already explained human behavior using rationality. Therefore, morality is an unscientific theory.
Nobody said it was
If it's
scientific.
not
Who said it was
if it's not
scientific?
scientific, then it's garbage. Then you agree that it's if you agree something is unscientific, then remove it from our discussion. What's the point of discussing it?
Hold on, hold on. Are you trying to make morality scientific?
I mean, you claim that, let's say, morality exists or something like that. So I only have the tools of science to discover if what you're saying is true or false. And the answer is it's unscientific. It violates Occam's razor. There is a simpler theory to explain human behavior. It's called rationality. So the simpler theory is the scientific one. Therefore, the morality theory is unscientific. No explanatory power. It doesn't come to explain anything. We've already explained.
Hey, hold on, hold on. I hear you. How would you put morality to a scientific test? Go on. Give me the steps
It's a
involved.
theory.
What's your assumption? What's your
It's,
go
yeah,
on?
it's a theory that tries to explain a phenomenon. However, there's no phenomenon that it's actually trying to explain. So it's already an invalid.
So you have nothing from the get-go. You have
Exactly.
nothing from the get-go.
Exactly. So it's not even a valid.
So you just made my point. Morality is cannot be tested scientifically,
Of course, it can be tested.
or it's not scientific.
Well, it's unscientific because it violates. I mean, it doesn't even right as a theory. A theory needs to come to try and explain a natural phenomenon. But morality doesn't even try to explain a natural phenomenon because the natural phenomenon it is supposedly trying to explain has already been explained very well by rationality. So you could claim that morality is a better explainer of of human behavior, but it's not. It's worse. According to rationality, you can understand why sometimes people are immoral. You know, they eat each other, they kill each other, they rape each other. If you would assume morality, then why do people murder each other? Why are people sometimes
Hold on, the eating each other part. There again, you go with the eating.
sometimes
The eating.
sometimes humans, some people are crazy. So whatever you call them. Some you hear of these cases. Look it up. Some people cook each other and crazy stuff like that. So according to the morality model, you cannot explain that. But according to rationality, it's easily explained away. So
Sure, you can explain that. Sure, these people are insane. The people of which you mentioned, these psychopathic killers.
The
That's one
amoral
thing.
if
ones.
if you if
Yeah,
you claim if
yeah.
you claim the insanity clause, then you let them walk. Then they're not guilty of a crime. That's the problem.
No, they're insane and they're guilty of a
No, you
crime.
can't. It's you just let them go if you claim that they're insane. That's the
What?
law.
Oh,
It's like
gee, come
it's
on,
like you
dude. This is a joke,
imagine
isn't it?
imagine
Seriously.
imagine you
Yeah.
imagine you have a brain tumor that's pressing on your frontal cortex where, judgmental calls are made and you become violent and brutal and murderous. But then and you murder, rape someone, and we put you in jail. But then in jail we discover, oh, it's a brain tumor. We take it out and suddenly you're a different person, and you cry, what the hell did I do? It was obviously not, who was you? Sam Harris discusses this at length. It's a beautiful composition he has about this. So, yeah, I mean, so that's reality.
Were you just citing Sam Harris, somebody else external to the?
It's a good composition. I mean, his idea is not original, just a good frame. It's a good discussion, a good description of freedom of choice and insanity and stuff like that. It's not my ideas. I mean, you're behaving as if I'm the originator of these ideas. None of these ideas I am the originator of. Mostly, I just summarize and present it to you in such a way that it's clear and crisp, and then people react and they don't like it. But I can trace back everything I say to entire departments in every university on this planet.
Okay, let me give you a scenario now.
Sure.
It's your amorality.
Sure.
This is just a hypothetical. I don't wish harm on you or anything. I want to see where your brain is
Sure.
at. As we speak right now, 3 men break into your house,
Yes.
tie you on a chair, take all your belongings, slap you around a bit. Don't harm you very much, but take everything, your TV, your jewelry, everything,
Yeah.
and just walk out. Now, was that a moral act, an immoral act, or an amoral act in your view?
In general, I don't use the words morality. It's illegal what they did. Uh, I mean, I would guess in your scenario was illegal unless you would claim, no, I owed them this stuff and I beat up their parents the night before, then, who knows? But if they're just what's known as, common thieves, common burglars,
Yeah, you did no harm to them
in that
whatsoever.
case, I would say it's illegal. I wouldn't use the words morality. I wouldn't even judge them because usually people who do this, they're from the ghetto, and you can you can certainly understand their universe. In their universe, what they're doing is they don't have much of a choice. They're trapped just as we are trapped in our universe. We're all trapped. No one has a choice. So they're just act.
Aren't we in the same universe?
Excuse me.
Are we not in the
I'm
same
saying
universe?
they live there. They usually come from the ghetto, so it's a different universe. It's a different world. It's eat or be eaten. It's like a jungle. It's like a real jungle. Like they murder each other and stuff.
So it sounds like you're making excuses for the people that just broke into your house, tied you on a chair, and robbed everything
That's
you
why I
owned.
don't use the term morality. I don't judge them. I just say it's illegal. We have to punish them as a society. I The way I would punish people is not by putting them in jail. I'm more productive. But at the end of the day, it's not their fault. They are trapped in a world where they don't have a choice. I mean, the way the economy and society is structured is such that they don't have a choice, basically. So
You sound messed up, bro. You sound like. What would you do with these people then? Well,
I would
just let criminals run
no,
free? I
just
mean, what kind of I'm trying to envision what kind of brain, like what kind of
no,
world you think we should be living in, and it's pretty scary. Eating people, letting robbers free. I mean, wow.
no. No, I'm pro punishment, but I'm saying that first of all, we need to fix the economy. If you really want to get rid of crime, you just need to fix the economy. And the problem with the economy is that the economy is not free enough. There's lack of freedom. Because there's lack of freedom, there's lack of business creation, basically lack of jobs, lack of high income, lack of housing. It's just lack of freedom. Just allow more freedom.
So what would you do? I get it. Sorry to interrupt, but what would you do with your criminals in your world?
You always punish criminals. You always want to deliver the message that it's
How? How? How?
usually like if a person steals, then you double charge for the theft. Like give it back and pay a fine to whoever you hurt. So you double charge them. If they murder,
How about?
if they
Yeah, that was my next
so
question.
according to I like the law in Islam, if you murder someone, you actually go into negotiation with the family of the victim, and either you negotiate or you're executed. So if they like, and usually negotiation means you pay something. So either you pay them until they're satisfied. If you don't come to an agreement, then we execute you. So it's
So the victim's family decides your fate.
yeah. No, you both you negotiate. Look, they don't have an interest in killing you, right? They want to be paid for the damage. But if the negotiations break down, I mean, there has to be, right? We have to force you to negotiate. So you have to realize that you have to negotiate or you die, and they understand that, you could refuse and they could lose any income. And I like that form. I think this is what they do in Iran. I actually once saw a movie made in Iran just about this. There was a guy that murdered and he had to negotiate, and it was actually amazing. It's and the government, the judge only says, okay, did you negotiate, did you reach a common ground? Let me just sign the paperwork, otherwise off with your head. um and the judge gives time. I mean, yeah, you have time, not a lot, but you meet once, twice, third time, all right, no conclusion, you're dead.
So for you, killing is strictly a legal or illegal act. There's no morality involved at all, or immorality, or amorality.
Right. Yeah. For me, everything is just legality, legalese. And as far as legalese, I am pro law. I think society needs very clear, simple laws available to everyone. Where we should have like a short law book. We should not have endless and endless laws that you never know. We need very clear, crisp laws. It should be very clear what is legal, what is illegal, and, and what the punishment is. And we should not have a jail system. We should not have a prison system. Everything you should always be able to pay reparations for any damage you caused anyone, and you should be paying those you damaged, not the government. The government has nothing to do with it.
No jail
What
system.
for? What's the purpose?
I think, you know what? Remember you said before, you think that we could be living a brain in a
Yeah.
vat? I think that's where your thoughts are, bro. I think you're not thinking things like in reality at all.
Look,
You're
you
thinking
know,
of some sort of utopian
you know,
idea maybe you have in
do
your
you know
brain.
how much money you are paying to hold a single prisoner in the prison system per year? Do you have any conception of the numbers?
Do you know how many people a single gangbang member could kill in one night?
No, but okay, I mean, if the guy keeps murdering, at one point he's got nothing, and yeah, he'll get executed. If he's got nothing to negotiate, then then you kill him. But in okay, so first of all, in the prison system, last time I checked, it's about $100,000 a year to keep a single prisoner in jail. It's $100,000.
Do you know?
What?
Do you know how many bodies they found in between the floor of one of those crazy killers?
Look,
Do you know? Do you have any idea what kind of people are running around
then
out
you
there?
execute. You execute. You don't keep them in jail. This is too expensive. We just don't have the money for this. Look, if you spend the money on building prison systems, then of course you're not going to have money to have a normal functioning society, and then you're going to have more crime.
So you're saying execute the worst of the. I don't disagree with
Yeah.
that one.
If
Okay.
you're so
We agree on
Right. If you're
something.
so
Yeah.
terrible that society, it's uneconomical for society to keep you alive, then, sorry, not sorry, you got to go. Or, we can always let you leave the country. If some other country wants you, they can have you. I mean, I don't care. We just cannot. We're not gonna keep you in prison. We're not gonna pay for you 100,000 or $1 million for top security. It's like it could be up to 1 million, or even more for top security prisons. This is impossible budgets. We don't have that. So you got to go one way or the other. Find your solution. If you ever come back, of course we'll execute you, no questions. Yeah, we have to be very tough on crime.
Okay, so now this is the irony of this. Did you know that all the things you were saying now, most of them are based on morality,
No.
killing and all this, eating people? And I'll tell you why. There's some societies, right, which they actually do eat their victims. When they go to war, they eat their victims, and they'll eat a stranger, like they're cannibals.
Yeah.
So in their society, it's moral to do
Yeah.
this.
It's acceptable. It's legal.
Acceptable. Yeah. So the judgments you just made to execute people and all that, it's based on morality. It's based on what a society finds acceptable or
Right.
not. So
But
like
I don't like.
I don't know if you see the
I'll,
the
t-
the contradiction in what
I'll tell you
you're
the
saying.
problem with the word morality. So, legal is bad enough that it's difficult to know what the law is. Morality is basically impossible to know what the morality is. Who knows what morality is? It's like you say this, he says that. Everybody comes up with their own set of morality. It's impossible to know. So I just ignore it. And legally, I don't even know the law. I'm not even a lawyer. I don't know the law. No one knows the law. Even the Supreme Court doesn't know the law. They have to go and sit and discuss and decide, then it becomes the law, and then guess what? The next Supreme Court can overturn. So we don't even really have a law. So the law in itself is unknowable, and that's bad enough. So you want to introduce morality, which is even more question marks? I'm sorry. I can't I don't I cannot afford it. I don't have the time to sit and figure out what each person defines as his morality. I just have to completely ignore it. You want to discuss legal? Fine. I'll discuss what's legal, what's not legal, what should be legal, what not should not be legal. If you don't like the law, change the law. I'll follow the law. Everyone needs to follow the law, but that's it. You cannot ask us to follow your whims, what you call morality. No, it's impractical.
All right, that's your opinion, and I don't know. I can't imagine living like that. But hey, that's you. And I mean, you think it's okay to you're a self-admitted
Right.
slave. You have an owner.
Yes.
So I mean,
That's
I'm sure everybody just thinking of that will say, "What?
well.
He's a slave. He's owned." I mean, and then you want to make morality judgments. I mean, that's kind of weird to
I
me.
don't make moral.
That's almost as bad as a man wanting to be a woman or some stuff like that.
Well, I mean, okay, I don't have an opinion on those things, and I don't see how me being a slave is relevant to our discussion. And if someone is confused that I'm a slave, I mean, I'm sorry.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's like morality right there. That's like you can't have a better example of somebody talking about morality, being amoral, and then saying, well, "Yeah, I'm a slave. I have an
But
owner. I'm a sheep. Like I'm property."
I mean, it's
So how can somebody take somebody like that seriously? Is my
no, it's
point.
just role playing.
No
No, it's
disrespect.
it's just role play. I mean, imagine you have a little girl and she wants to have a tea party, a fake tea party. So she invites you to her fake tea party. So would you play along with her tea party? So hopefully you would, and you would entertain her, and she would love it. That's how it is with my owner. She's just a beautiful woman, and I just enjoy this role play that she likes and I like, so we both like it. I make her happy. by pretending to be her slave, and she is happy by pretending to be my owner. It's just pretend. It's just for fun.
I guess adult games. I guess everyone's free to do what they want.
What adults? You don't play soccer. You don't play chess. You don't play games.
I play games, but I would never uh, say that I'm
It's a
owned, that I'm a slave, like somebody owns
it's a
me.
game. It's just a game. What's wrong with playing games?
Yeah, but you take it serious,
No,
though.
no. It's just a game.
If your owner were to call you right now and tell you, come over here, my shoes, I can't take off my shoes. I want you to come over right now and take my shoes off. What would you do?
Of course, I would do it, but like if she would ask me to not stream, then that's like that's where I have to basically ignore her requests. There are certain requests that I cannot entertain. There are limits. It's not like she would ask me to jump out off the win off out the window and I would say definitely and do it. There are definite limits. It's a game. It's a
So you have your red
Of
lines.
course, it's a fantasy role play. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's just fun. Hmm.
No, understood. I was just wondering, is this what you're doing now? Is it like a game for you
Yeah.
as
What?
well?
No. This is what having this discussion with you.
Yeah, like the debates, your channel, all that. Is that a game to you or what?
No. These are truly my opinions. I'm trying to spread my opinions. I think my opinions are of benefit to anyone who listens. I think it's beneficial.
So you're not role playing right now. You're not role playing.
No.
This is actually you. This is actually your thoughts, your
Yes.
opinions.
This is my attempt to give back to humanity. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we're almost out of time. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation with you guys. I would like to continue, if you don't mind, next time if we speak. I would like to pursue my theory of uh, of the principles of logic using the scenario of the brain in the vat. We just got started. I mean, it took me time to figure out the problem with the law of identity, why it is incorrect, why it is not true, and I want to share it with you. So, I mean,
But I don't think they want to. I think they made it clear that they don't want to talk to you about that because of the lie that you
I
said.
could show him Globject.
Globje. Okay, there you go. You have a taker.
glob check.
Mm-hmm.
What is glob check? I never heard this term.
So that's my logic. Well, not my logic. That was the logic that was formulated so people can have whole contradictions like you. You should love it.
I mean, as I said, I wanted to discuss why the law of identity is incorrect. I can prove that it's incorrect. If you want to hear my proof, you're welcome.
You've got a proof that the law of identity is incorrect.
Exactly. And I was starting to prove it, but then we got sidetracked with all these discussions. But they were still productive. I enjoyed them. But if you ever want to go back and hear my proof why the law of identity is absolutely incorrect, then we could do that. That would be either tonight or tomorrow, either any morning or any night. But right now, I'm out of time.
Okay. Well, come back whenever. It's UFC night tonight for us.
I am an MMA practitioner, so I never watch UFC because I do it all the time. So I just watch highlights. Whatever Instagram shoves down my throat, that's what I watch. In general, I don't watch UFC. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Bev. Thank you. I don't remember who was the mod. Bloods asking who what's the mod's name?
I see the one, the other guy that you were
I
talking to.
didn't notice his name though. Did you notice the name?
SE
SE?
Montreal.
Oh, Montreal. All right. Anyway, I'll either see you tonight or some other time. Thank you so much, Bev. Thank you, SE Montreal. See you guys later. Bye bye.
See
All right.
Later.
Later.
All right. That
That
was actually fantastic. I really, really enjoyed everything. It was really
yeah,
good.
it
What did
seems
you
like
think?
yeah, it seems like that community is pretty open-minded. Like they give you time to explain yourself, and yeah, they're open ears.
I don't know. Wait, this is asking, I think he was on the server. What is the point of this show? The point of this show is for me to go on live debates and debate and expand my consciousness and everyone who's listening and record my thoughts and give back my knowledge to society. That's the show, and hopefully entertain everyone in the process and stuff like that. And J Rock says debate about whatever is in Mr. Slave's list of debate topics on his website or topic of your choice. Exactly. He eats people. Do I eat people? It's a good question. Well, not. I don't think I've ever eaten, unless you consider eating a lady's
That's what,
BJJ.
that's
So
what I was gonna say.
that I eat BJJs and I eat tushies. Basically, those I eat. Those are delicious and nutritious. I've no idea. I have never asked him. The closest thing to it is he admits he fantasizes about eating the poop of beautiful women. He wants to be shit on force fed. Basically, yeah. That is my fantasy. I've never done it though. But
Yeah, that's the closest. That's the closest thing to eating someone, right?
right, I would eat their poop. No, but I've drunk pee and it was delicious. It was lemon. It was basically lemon, just lemonade. Um, yeah, I mean, when you eat a girl, when you eat her her pussy, you're eating her, right? You're getting some of her juices into your
Yeah, you're
mouth.
right. You're right. That's kind of
And so that's cannibalism, basically. Yeah. Anyway, there's no one else here,
yeah. I
so
was surprised that even uncomfortable truth wasn't here to right to put down all your quotes that you usually say.
yeah. But I think I'll tell you, I think it's just Saturday morning, so everybody sleeps late, stuff like that. So maybe that's the reason. Well, at least we haven't lost subscribers. We're still at 100, so that's an
Maybe.
accomplishment. Anyway, I'm gonna go kill myself now, and I guess I'll see you tonight, J Rock. Wait, tonight? Yeah, tonight I'm free. So tonight's gonna be 8 p.m. What?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Can you?
3.
We'll see what? What did you
Okay, sorry,
say?
I was cutting out. So before
Okay.
before you end the
Mm-hmm.
stream, so
Mm-hmm.
so you would do like a scene like, have you ever seen Two Girls One Cup?
No, I don't see movies. I haven't seen a movie basically in many, many, many years. I don't see movies. I gave up.
Well,
I
it's
gave
not a
up on
movie.
movies.
It's like your kind of scene, if you
A
know what I
porn?
mean.
It's a porno?
Yeah, or yeah, wha- how about you don't have to show the screen, but maybe if you Google search Two Girls One Cup, you'll see it. And and while you're watching it, give us your thoughts on that.
Well, maybe next time you'll remind me. Right now, I have to get back to work. and kill
Oh.
myself. Anyway, I'll see you tonight, J Rock. Hopefully, you'll be here at 8 p.m. And that's it. So, do you have any final thoughts?
I do not, but 8 p.m. your time would be like 6 my time, right?
I guess. I don't know. I'm 8 p.m. New York. Yeah. Anyway, J Rock and everyone, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you tonight. And goodbye.
All right, goodbye.